there is no question the Buffalo Sabres need one. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another video of Sports Talk Buffalo. Before we go any further, remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a video. I know I've been talking a lot of Sabres lately. However, I do talk Bills and UB Bulls, men's basketball and football on this page. Remember to like and subscribe if you want to listen to any of that content coming up. Now, before we get into the guys that I believe the Buffalo Sabres should be going after, and obviously we're talking about goaltenders, I just want to say that these are the guys that are going to be unrestricted free agents in the offseason. This includes no trade potential, or no guys that the Sabres could potentially trade for. This also doesn't include guys like Marc-Andre Fleury, because I'm only including guys that I believe the Buffalo Sabres have a legitimate opportunity at being able to bring here. And while Marc-Andre Fleury would be an absolutely fantastic get for the Sabres and be a perfect stopgap starting goaltender, I also believe that somebody of Marc-Andre Fleury's caliber is going to want to be involved with what most would believe would be a playoff team heading into next season. I also heard names like Ville Husso being thrown around. And while I would absolutely love to entertain the idea of the Sabres being able to pick up a Ville Husso, I very much believe that the St. Louis Blues are going to re-sign Husso in an attempt to have a 1-2 goalie punch with Husso and Binnington going into next season. So with that, let's jump into 4 guys that I would love the Buffalo Sabres to go after in the offseason. Now, the first one is a long shot, as if he doesn't re-sign with the team he is currently with, I believe there will be a decent market for him in the offseason, as he has shown to be a very, very good goaltender. And that is Darcy Kemper. Now, obviously, Kemper is still in the playoffs with the Colorado Avalanche, and he has a really strong possibility of advancing to the Stanley Cup final with the Colorado Avalanche, and I believe the Avalanche would absolutely love to re-sign him. However, I just don't know if they have the cap space in order to re-sign somebody like a Darcy Kemper at the market rate that he may be going for. The Avalanche have currently 10 unrestricted free agents that they have to sign, and 2 restricted free agents in this upcoming offseason. And now I honestly believe that Kemper has been a solid backup goaltender for a majority of his career, usually playing in the neighborhood of 25 to 30 games. However, in the 2 seasons that he was the bona fide starter for his team, 1 season with the Arizona Coyotes and this past season with the Colorado Avalanche, he has posted a .925 and .921 save percentage, respectively, for each team. And he also has a career save percentage of a .918. So it is no secret that he is a very good goaltender, and that if given the opportunity, he is more than capable of being a starter in the NHL. He also boasts a record of 143, 95, and 36 in 282 career starts. And Kemper, for the Buffalo Sabres, would cost a lot of money, I believe, on the open market. However, the Sabres absolutely have the cap space in order to sign somebody like Kemper, provided it is not a incredibly long-term deal, as the Sabres have to sign a multitude of young players as the next couple seasons progress. Now, the second goalie was a longtime starter for the Washington Capitals. He served as a backup the past 2 seasons for both Vancouver and Dallas, and that is 32-year-old goaltender Braden Holtby. Now, Holtby is coming off of a decent season with Dallas after a pretty dreadful one with Vancouver, as he posted a 2.78 goals against average and a .913 save percentage. Now, Holtby has been in the NHL for 12 seasons, and he has started 501 games in the NHL, posting a 299 143-50 record with a .915 save percentage for his entire career. So if the Buffalo Sabres were to sign him, which I believe it would be an attractive spot if he wants to retain potentially or regain potentially being a starter in the NHL, he would more than be able to fill that starting spot for the Buffalo Sabres as proven in the past. He is a very, very good goaltender, and something that he has that the Sabres desperately need. He has a plethora of playoff experience, as he has played a very, very well with the Washington Capitals in the playoffs before they released him, and he started to play for Vancouver and Dallas. Now, he could also be a very good mentor for somebody like an Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as he is attempting to advance his career. As, like I said, he just has a crazy amount of experience that he can lend to somebody like UPL, not just regular season experience, but playoff experience. He can lend his experience as to what it is to be a great team, as he's been around some very, very, very good teams with the Washington Capitals. Now, the third goalie, I don't know if people are going to be on board with this. I like this one probably the most for the Sabres as a stopgap goaltender, and he is the youngest of the goaltenders that I'm going to mention. He is 31-year-old Casey DeSmith. Now, Casey DeSmith has yet to have a real opportunity to start in the NHL. However, this past season, he was very, very good for the Pittsburgh Penguins. I believe he would be the perfect stopgap goaltender, as you can get him to be a starter for the Sabres for the next 2 to 3 years. You can give him maybe a little bit more than his market value would be to lure him into Buffalo. Not just that, but he would have a real opportunity to be the starter for the Sabres moving forward for the next few years. And I think that something like that would be able to draw a guy who has been solid but hasn't been given a real opportunity in the NHL yet to Buffalo to try to be that starting caliber goaltender in the NHL. He has been very, very good in his sample size of games, and it is not a small sample size. He has started 82 games in the NHL, posting a 43, 28, and 11 record. He also has a .915 save percentage for his career in the NHL. So you're not talking about a guy who is a career backup, who is a bum, who has a very low save percentage, as he has been very, very solid for the Pittsburgh Penguins in his career. And I think that given the opportunity to start, he would very much welcome that chance to come to Buffalo and be the guy for the first time in his NHL career. Now, the last guy that I'm going to talk about is the oldest goaltender on the list, and he actually spent just a smidgen of time with the Buffalo Sabres during their tank years. He has 16 years NHL experience. He never played a game for the Buffalo Sabres. He has 16 years NHL experience. He is 37-year-old Yuroslav Halak. Now, while he hasn't been a starter in several years, in my opinion, it's not inconceivable for him to be able to come in and be a 55 to 45 starter. And what I mean is he would start roughly 45 games or 50, in that neighborhood of 45 to 50 games, and the backup would get maybe 45% of the starts, 40 to 45% of the starts. Moving forward, a guy like UPL for the Buffalo Sabres, he could lend the mentorship to UPL, as again, he has been in the NHL for a very long time. He has been on some very, very good teams that include the Boston Bruins, where he did start 40 games for the Bruins when Tuukka Rask went down. He is a very good goaltender. He has been a steady goaltender throughout his entire career, and he has posted a .916 save percentage for his career with a 2.49 goals against average. All of these guys I picked are picked because I don't think that you're going to have to sign these guys to long-term deals, and that is super attractive for me as a Sabres fan, as I believe somebody like Devin Levi is going to be the future for the Buffalo Sabres. He just needs a few more seasons to develop, and I think that if the Sabres can find a goaltender that can come in and be a starter for the next 2 to 3 years, it would provide that opportunity for development so that right at the end of that contract, Devin Levi can slide right in and assume the starting goaltender position for the Buffalo Sabres. That's going to do it for this video, guys. Remember, let me know what you guys think in the comments section below. I love interacting with you guys. If there's a goaltender out there that you think would be better, that is a unrestricted free agent that I may not have mentioned, please let me know. Again, thank you guys for watching. Remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you, guys. Have a fantastic week.